Hey, check it out, man. We're back with Dave Piavis Jr. and Zlatan,
Go
the
on, buddy.
Bengal cat.
Dad's got to talk to some people about fish.
Okay, so we had a pretty successful time out here.
I'd say we crushed them. What do you think?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what we did. As you see in the pictures that I'm going to be posting here, our first stop was what was the name of that lake?
Brady's Lake.
Brady's Lake. So that was about 60 miles from where you picked me up, right?
Might have been a little more.
Or more than that. But this was a little bit of dirt road, a little bit of
A little bit of everything,
highway.
yeah. A little
Got
bit
a
of
lot of
toll
rock. I
road,
think
a little
we
bit of
went
dirt road.
airborne for a minute there.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Just enough to lift me off my seat.
It's all right.
So stuff happens. And, we saw some deer and stuff like that. But that lake, I mean, he wasn't kidding. Like, we got there, I tried this little launch ramp area at first just to kind of get my fly rod going. It didn't work out with the flies. So even though I had the fly rod, I got to cast it a little bit. It
all
was a
right.
newer fly rod, so it was fun to cast.
Got to test drive it. That's always good.
But there's a couple. We had a bonus over there, so I'll talk about that in a minute. But we did go and we got the redfin pickerel.
Bonus. Are you talking about that big water snake?
No, well, that was nice. We saw
he
the
was
biggest
huge,
water
wasn't
snake
it?
we'd ever seen.
Man.
And then Dave netted a newt and a tadpole. So
Oh, yeah.
we got a red spotted newt and a eastern newt,
I think so, yeah.
and then a tadpole, bullfrog probably, or pickerel frog or something. But we caught this, it was looking pretty bad. Like, we weren't going to get one. We made a few casts. We were hoping to get this pickerel.
So I hyped it up,
Yeah.
a lot. Like, this is going to happen immediately. So it actually took 5 minutes. I was starting to sweat a little bit.
Then he told me, try to make it a little bit further cast underneath that branch, and I did it, and
we got it done.
Got it. Yeah.
You weren't worried. You weren't worried because you didn't know, but I was worried.
Yeah, he was worried the whole trip about letting me down, but I had full confidence in Dave, So we got that.
One of us had to, right?
Then the bonus, we were about to leave, but then I said, let's go hike down to the little dam. Went down to the dam, and I said, can we get down to the bottom there, the spillway? And
The spillway was loaded.
loaded with fish. We're talking about a fish on every cast, basically.
Very diverse, too.
Using both, I used both plastic lures, and I used night crawlers. We caught everything. We caught yellow perch, quite a few yellow perch. We caught some big,
Couple decent ones, too.
caught some decent bluegill,
Yeah.
and we caught some pumpkin seed, really, really beautiful pumpkin seed.
Do we get green sunfish there, too?
I don't think we got a green sunfish yet. No, that place we didn't get one. Now we did get a bonus,
I mean, to be fair, a lot of fish were caught. It's hard to keep track.
and I got both smallmouth and largemouth.
Yeah. Beautiful largemouth.
Yeah, Dave got largemouth too, I think, right?
Beautiful largemouth.
And got a crappie, a bonus crappie.
Black crappie, very nice.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, it's a black crappie, but it had a kind of a yellowish cast on it. So the stuff I catch out in California is pretty much a silvery body.
Are those white crappie out there?
No, we have both. But
Okay.
the black crappie out there, they don't have any yellow. So out here, because the conditions, probably the pH is a lot lower and stuff,
The tannins in there probably help.
The tannins turn
little
them kind of
bit
a
too.
greenish yellow.
Yeah.
Versus ours are very little bit of green on them, mostly like a white.
I mean, that water was very dark. It was crystal clear, but it was very dark.
Yep, stained. It was great. It's like the water was rushing down from the spillway. Mm-hmm. And so we had a good outflow. And I always know that's a great place to catch fish.
It's a captive audience, right?
Yep. And so that was great. That was fun. And then from there, where would be?
How many fish you catch out of there, you think?
Oh, man. 40.
I would say so.
Yeah, about 40 fish.
I don't think I don't think that's an exaggeration. I think that's probably very close.
Of the trip, I got my first fall fish of the trip there.
Oh yeah.
Caught a first fall fish. That was kind of a bonus because we didn't think there was fall fish going to be biting right there. And then you took me to a little, like you said, a tannin-stained creek. Mm-hmm. This is kind of a crazy place. It didn't look like much.
No.
Yeah, we just kind of busted through the plants and then got to a little shoreline area. So he scoped this place out. First cast.
We didn't mess around. We went right where we needed to be.
Yeah, basically the first cast in there, I got hit, and it was a nice, decent fall fish, bigger fall fish than I caught at the spillway. And I was pretty happy. Yeah, it's fall fish. Cool. He's like, so he was happy. We got there. He was happy. He got me out of fish. But the real goal there was to get a native brook. It did not take long.
It really didn't take long.
Third cast, I think, maybe.
There might have been a cast between the fall fish and that. There might not have been.
But it fought, as soon as it hit, I go, oh, this is a nicer fish.
That was a good fish.
The drag pulled a little bit. That had to be a big fish to do that because I had the drag set pretty tight. And then he's like, wait, what is that? You hit it? I go, no, this is a trout. It's a brookie. And I didn't know what to expect because I didn't know how big the natives were out there.
Yeah.
But I said, it's a nice brookie. I'm looking, it's a nice brookie. Well,
so if you're not familiar with Northeast Pennsylvania, brook trout, I mean, they're everywhere, but it's hard to find them over a foot. Like if you get one over a foot long, that's, if you get a couple of those a year, you had a really, really good year. It's hard to find big natives.
Well, this one was actually a really good one.
That was a tank.
Yeah. So this is easily a foot. Probably a little more. But
filled out too, not skinny.
You'll see the pictures right there I'm posting.
I'll show you some pictures of like some of the longer brook trout they're all skinny. Like
so
not
this was a nice one.
Really nice.
Nice trout. So you'll see the picture right there. I'm posting it right there. And then a little bit later we walked back up the creek because it was time to go to another spot. We walked back up the creek and started fishing. It was getting really dark, so we're like, man, if we're going to get anything else done, we better go soon.
Got to do it right now.
So we started making a few casts, and then I found this spot loaded with. Oh wait, before that, we forgot. I blind casted a blue spotted sunfish.
Oh yeah, a blind casted micro on a regular sized hook.
Yep.
Like on a, what was that? It's 10 or a 12. Is that the hook you were?
God, I think it was a 10.
A 10.
It was pretty big hook.